everybody, I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together, we are Pajamas. And we have survived the fart alien debacle, and we are on episode 6 of Doctor Who. Two things. One, I am recovering from being ill. I'm not quite out of the woods yet, but I can talk again. Yay. And just in time, too, because this is the only day we have this week to watch any Doctor Who. I can talk, but I don't want to push it any farther than I have to. I'm going to be trying a different reaction recording setup during the video. I'm bringing this into the mix. I'm usually the only one that actually says anything out loud. Like, we still react to each other, but I'll speak out loud to react to the audience about what I'm seeing. This is a microphone that usually just picks up what's in front of you and minimizes what's behind you. And since we're watching on the screen and the sound's coming at us, I'm hoping that it will minimize the bleed from one to the other. We'll see. It's a test. This is about episode 6 and seeing where we go from fart aliens. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Great big museum.
An alien museum. Look at you.
Someone's collecting aliens. That makes you Exhibit A.
Ooh. Daleks. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. I know of them, but not what they do or stuff like that.
Thank you so much for your opinion. You're fired. Get rid of him. Wipe his memory. Put him on the road someplace. Memphis, Minneapolis.
They can do that. They can wipe your memory.
Diana Goddard.
I like you, Diana Goddard.
Bet you do.
And this is the last. Paid $800,000 for it.
What does it do?
He has a picture of himself.
Was it dangerous?
No, it just looks silly.
They're not going to shoot you. No one ever shoots you.
Who exactly are you?
Don't be stupid. No one owns the internet.
And let's just keep the whole world thinking that way, right, kids?
Anything you don't understand, you lock up.
And you claim greater knowledge?
I don't need to make claims. I know how good I am. And what's that?
Like you don't know.
Show me.
You want to see it?
Blimey, you can smell the testosterone.
Right?
If you can't kill, then what are you good for, Dalek?
And what of the Time Lords?
They burnt with you.
I am alone in the universe.
Yep.
I know what you deserve. Exterminate.
Oh, right. You're a genius.
Sorry, but yeah, I can't help it. I was born clever. Are you and him
No, we're just friends.
good?
Why is that good?
Just is.
It's being tortured. Where's the doctor?
The Dalek race was genetically engineered. Every single emotion was removed except hate.
Two hearts. The cure for the common cold. Why sell one cure when I can sell 1,000 palliatives?
Don't get too close.
Prediction. Rose is going to meddle. She's going to set it free. A prediction.
My race is dead. I shall die alone.
Rose, no!
Yep.
Gotta keep it in that cell.
Doctor, it's all my fault.
Out the line. That is your job. Got that?
You with me.
Just ignoring them like, nope.
not just energy. That Dalek just absorbed the entire internet. It knows everything.
Run.
Come with us, you can't stop it.
It's the ultimate in racial cleansing. And you, Van Statten, you've let it loose.
The ultimate in racial cleansing. That's creepy and interesting. I had no idea.
Aim for the dome, the head, the eyepiece. That's the weak spot.
Thank you, Doctor, but I think I know how to fight one singleton robot.
Uh-oh. Cocky military guy.
There's something inside looking at me like it knows me.
To bypass the security codes, that would take a computer genius.
Good thing you got me then.
You want to help?
I don't want to die, Doctor. Simple as that.
Then what should I do?
Kill yourself.
You would make a good Dalek.
Can't you stop them closing?
I'm the one who's closing them. I can't wait and I can't help you.
What are you waiting for?
I feel your fear.
You were quick on your feet, leaving Rose behind.
I'm not the one who sealed the bolt.
I killed her once. I can't do it again.
Thank you for taking ownership.
Not just killing. What else is there? What do you want?
I want freedom.
Couldn't kill Van Statten. It couldn't kill me. It's changing. What about you, Doctor? What the hell are you changing into?
Mm-hmm.
Give me orders. Order me to die. Midnight.
200 personnel dead, and all because of you, sir. Take him away, wipe his memory, and leave him by the road someplace.
So that was episode 6. Dalek.
That was a very powerful episode.
It was a really good episode, yeah. That was really, really good. I mean, I have some nitpicks, and I didn't complain about the TARDIS once. Mm-hmm. So, I think my only nitpick is just they're writing the Doctor to be the not very likable guy. Like, he's really aggressive and arrogant and possessive, and if there's a male threat that he deems as a threat between him and Rose, he just is an obnoxious jerk.
Which shows then that he actually probably has more humanity inside of him than he himself thinks that he has.
That is true, yeah. And I get they write him that way, and I get all that. But it's a little much at times. It's like, that's why during it I said, thank you for, or whatever. It's like, he took ownership of something he did. He constantly blames other people for things.
Yes, in this episode, for example, he became, well, as the Dalek mentioned, he would make a great Dalek, and well, he became that which he was trying to destroy.
Yeah. Again, remember, this is our first time seeing this. This is my first time reacting to it, so I don't know how the Doctor grows and evolves, but as of right now, he's kind of abrasive and gets annoying at times. But I'm glad that Rose had some character development. Daleks are like the Time Lord thing. I said in an earlier episode, when I went into this show, all I knew about was the Doctor, the TARDIS, and the Sonic Screwdriver, just from having friends who were fans. I knew about Time Lords, but I forgot. And Daleks I knew about, but I forgot. I knew what Daleks looked like. I didn't know what they did. I didn't know they talked. I didn't know there was something inside of them. I didn't know any of that. So this was all, other than knowing the design, once I saw the title, I was like, oh yeah, Daleks, those are a thing. It was interesting.
I really felt bad for it.
Yeah, it was as you said, it was very powerful.
Yes, it...
Like when it said, like, what am I? I was like, dang, that's like, this creature having this existential crisis.
Exactly. It was going through that after living its entire life in absolutism.
Yeah, yeah.
And all of a sudden went through the existential nausea, of which it's questioning everything. Well, if that's in question, then what else?
Mm-hmm.
If he is not this, then what is he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, well, like you said, how they the Doctor became the Dalek at the end there, when the Dalek just wanted freedom, whatever kind of freedom, whether freedom or freedom via exterminate. And the Doctor, she's like, Laura says, like, you're the one holding the gun. So like the roles have been reversed.
It reminds me of Hegel, who said that the absolute idea is freedom.
Mm.
And yes, indeed, it's ultimately what every sentient being, I would guess, wants.
Mm-hmm.
At least from its perception of what freedom is.
Right, yeah, yeah.
But will eventually, through mental dialectics, eventually, if it allows itself to, will get to absolute freedom.
Well, one would hope.
I found it also profound that he said that it wasn't life, it was a sickness.
Yeah, like when it said that this wasn't living,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can identify with that, with my condition and having had it for over a decade. And I went through that. On a personal level. Like, I just sit there and I'm like, I'm in pain, constant pain all the time, 24 hours a day. And you've seen being together that it fluctuates. It gets really bad sometimes. And there are those thoughts in your mind, like, this isn't living. And when it wanted death as a release because, you know, the crisis and the pain and all wouldn't be in there anymore, you know, it's crossed my mind too. Not recently, but, you know, just when you're trying to deal with it, those things cross your mind. When there's no light at the end of the tunnel, there's no hope in sight. And with the Dalek's case, it was evolving into something I wasn't comfortable with. Which is what I became. Like, after the car accidents, I evolved into something that I wasn't comfortable in my body anymore, and I'm still not. Because, you know, I don't heal. Whereas the Dalek, it was, you know, it absorbed Rose's DNA, so it was becoming something else. It didn't like, and I became something else I didn't like, so I could really identify with it on that level of just, you know, maybe true freedom is being free of the pain, is being free of the change that has been forced upon you. So when I was talking like that, I was like, yeah. I was like, so when you said this is profound, I was like, yeah. On different levels, it very much was.
Like Oscar Wilde, who said that death is very peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Because people will say, well, you'd be dead. Well, the counter argument is, I wouldn't be in pain anymore.
Exactly.
And that's, you know, I'm sitting here right now in an exorbitant amount of pain, not just from being ill, but from the head and the neck and the back and all of it. Like, when you're in pain 24 hours a day, it takes its toll on you.
Hence the arguments that bring up another philosophical subject, euthanasia,
Mm-hmm.
or suicide while being of sound mind.
Yeah. So, yeah. Very, very thought-provoking. A huge step up from the last two episodes. Well, episode 4 in particular. Episode 5 got better at the end, as I talked about. But yeah, this is a huge step up.
Oh, like the one with the Earth being destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Said it was philosophically and abstractly profound.
Yeah. My only complaint being the Doctor, but I understand what they were doing, as you spoke about with the role reversal. So it was actually good writing. I get it. Once the episode ended, I'm like, okay, I understand what they did it for. But during the episode, I'm just like, oh my god, stop being like he's smug. He's just so smug. He has these little glimmers of humility. And now we have eye candy. Now we have some eye candy. They brought the cute guy onto the TARDIS with them, so yay for that. But now is it going to be the Doctor being a passive-aggressive D-bag to him constantly because he's threatened by him constantly? Like, I hope it doesn't turn into that, because this was a huge step into, like, okay, not a whole lot to complain about this one. And I don't watch these two complain. Like that's not what I'm doing. I'm not like, I'm going to be angry about this and I'm going to make fun of your fandom. No.
I'm sure that you could think of better things to do than that.
Yeah, exactly. But if something doesn't make sense or is lacking, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to bring it up.
Well, there was one thing that I did notice that didn't seem to make sense.
What's up?
Well, when they kept on trying to shoot at it, but it's clearly made of some sort of metal material that their weapons are useless. So why bother continuing to shoot at it? Think of something else.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, in stuff like this, the military hive mind is always portrayed as shoot, 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 shoot. Don't question you because you've been programmed, much like a Dalek, to exterminate, and you do it by any means necessary. If you have a gun in your hand, that's what you just shoot, 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 shoot. Well, if it doesn't work, do you get a plan B in your in the reprogramming that you go through?
I would hope, though, that they would also be told, or reminded that if one does the same thing over and over again, and the same thing results, they shouldn't expect something different doing the same thing. That would be
the definition,
madness.
Yeah, definition of madness. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to, crap on the military, because that's not what this is about. But at the same time, if you're given orders, you're not supposed to. I mean, I'm not. I guess it's just like you're not supposed to think. You're supposed to just do what you're told. So maybe in this instance, I get where it's coming from, because they do it in action movies. They do it in other stuff. Like, it's just all they do is shoot. The plan B, the extra, that's the commander or the lieutenant, whoever's in charge. That's their job to come up with the plan B. The guy that was in charge didn't give anyone so if anyone is at fault, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Because he didn't give any orders. He was just like, shoot. They were like, if we can concentrate the bullets in one area, like the beam or whatever, then we can have a chance. But they never even did that. So
Well, he was in contradiction with himself, because he wanted it stopped, yet at the same time he didn't want it to get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Like, that didn't bother me so much, though. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Because, like, it just in movies and shows like this, the military presence is never meant to be, I don't say the intellect, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, but it's never, like, the brains of the operation. They're always, like, the muscle. And the muscle doesn't think. The muscle just does what it's told. So, I kind of get it.
Like in some shows or films in which there's one character who is the brawn and one who is the brain.
Yeah.
And they work together to get some sort of common desired goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As they are portrayed in movies and shows, where only people in charge are the ones that do the thinking and make the decisions. If you're a grunt, if you're a low-level soldier, your job is just to do whatever you're told. And they were just told to shoot. So, that's what they did.
Still, though, one shouldn't think that after doing the same thing over and over again, that to do the same thing, somehow something different is going to happen. It doesn't work in science. Why would it work anywhere else?
Well, they're also not scientists, so their job isn't to try something, and if that doesn't work, do another experiment to see if the hypothesis can work or not.
What is your opinion of the series so far, now that we've reached this episode?
We're about halfway, I think, through the series.
Have you developed an overall opinion?
No, because it's been so up and down. Like, the good stuff is good, but the bad stuff is so bad.
Bad as in it's so bad it's good bad?
No, bad as in bad. First episode was not good. This one was very good. Episode 2 was very good. Episode 3 was very good. 4 and 5 were just bad writing. They both were just really bad writing. But then you have this episode. It's like this series feels like an abusive partner. It's like, ha ha ha, no, come back, I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha, no, come back, I'm sorry. Ha ha. It's like, we're gonna beat you. Oh no, I'm sorry. Here's something nice. Here's something mean. Here's something nice.
Goes through a cycle.
Yeah, we're like, it feels like an abusive relationship right now. And again, before people get mad at me about that, I'm not making fun of abusive relationships. That's just what it feels like. It's nice to you, and then it's mean to you, and then it's nice to you, then it's mean to you. And we had a night. We had some nice today. It was nice. I am tentative when we go into the next one. Is this going to be another shitty episode, or is this going to be something awesome? Like, this was really good. Even the doctor thing, I understand why. It was the role reversal, and the military thing. It's just little nitpicks. But overall, fantastic. Probably, I would say overall, probably the best episode so far of the season, I think. And it had a very clear story it was trying to tell. In this one, like, it was just about more character growth, I would hope, for Rose and the doctor. And the overall story with the Dalek, being profound. To me, this is more of a profound story than episode 2. Which was also profound. But this one was like more of a, like, it was this entity we just met. And it was supposed to be this villain. But then it became this, thing that we took pity on. and then eventually gained freedom in its own way. That's very powerful. It's not like fart aliens or a blob monster that controls plastic. This one, this felt like it was a different writer. And it might not have been a different writer, but it feels like it was written by someone who had a very clear vision in their head of what they wanted to say. And the last two, especially, as we said, kind of felt they were a little all over the place as far as what they were trying to tell the story in. And in the end, the motivation of the aliens made sense, and I liked that. But it was just the road to get there. It wasn't very good. That long spiel aside, this was a very good episode. But now I'm like, okay, is episode 7 going to be also good? Can I relax a little bit in my play? Oh no, what is this going to be? Or do I need to keep the defenses up for now? It's hard to say because it's just hard to really encapsulate the season as good or bad, because that's just peaks and valleys. So this probably be a discussion we should revisit after the season's over, and then we have a full season of storytelling to fall back on. Right now we're halfway through it, so it's hard to really gauge.
So far, as for my opinion of it definitely, on an abstract level, it portrays, at least how it presents the story, how Watauta said that when he postulated that everything that exists is born by chance, endures out of weakness, and dies by chance. I love it. It would seem to be something...
That's your synopsis of the season so far?
Well, can you see the joy in that?
Well, no, explain how that quote correlates to the season we're watching.
Well, you see, it showed that, especially with the destruction of Earth and with the Dalek, there isn't really any reason for anything. Everything is happening because it's happening. What is the point of going on existing? A weakness?
Okay.
And dying by chance. Things live and things die. Things come and go.
It's a very interesting quote to choose to describe the season so far. It's just so abstract and could be applied to most anything, really.
Yes, indeed. It does seem to portray that thought excellently to me.
Okay.
At least whenever I see an episode that seems to be the worldview, the Weltanschauung of this series.
All right.
And it's then working within that frame and revealing it, but at the same time, it's not very depressing. It only is if you let it be depressing.
And this is why we watch these together. So there are two different points of view on the same exact piece of media, which is very cool.
I suspect that many people would think of that quote and think that that's a very depressing way to think. Actually, I love it.
Awesome.
Of course, I can find the joy in something like that.
Is there anything else you'd like to add on top of that? All right. Well, episode 6 is in the books. As always, I don't have a fancy outro, so I'll simply say thank you for watching, and we will see you again in episode 7. Goodbye.
Goodbye.